Hello, many students ask about how the counter works on Rockwell RSLogix. I'm recording myself showing a very simple program, and I'm hoping it helps and everyone can understand how simple counter works on RSLogix. So I have my emulator and classic up running. So I go directly to my RSLogix macro starter. I have two lines added, so when you open it up, obviously you see only one of them, and then by clicking you can create extra lines, but remember the end should be only one. I don't know why I have this one here, but you should have only one end here or reset. Now what I'm going to do is I need extra line here, and I'm going to actually bring one normally open close from the user menu. I bring one contact here, I leave it on the right side. You can see the dot becomes green. That means that I'm putting in a correct place. I know you're familiar with these small steps, but I'm repeating it just in case. Now I have the counter timer / counter menu here, so I'm grabbing my counter from this menu, and you see we have two types of counters. One of them is CTU is counting up, and another one is CTD, so this one is for counting down. First I'm going to show the counter up CTU, and if I still have time I'm going and I show the CTD also. So I grab my CTU and I bring it on I put it on the right side. As you can see, it is green because I'm putting it in the correct place. Now I'm deciding about the address. So you can see that we have these question marks here. That means that I need to find a proper address for them. So for the very first one here, I'm going to look at my inputs and find the appropriate address for that. For example, this one here, I'm happy with that. I'm just grabbing that, I copy it and I paste it here. I'm going to call it input number 1, and okay. Now for the counter, from the left menu here, I'm going to click on the counter, and you can see that you can use the address here. When you have a slash, that means that you have the address for that particular pin. I don't want the CU pin, I want the whole address itself. So I'm going to grab this, I Ctrl+C, copy that, and I go there, and instead of question mark I'm just putting that address there. It is very important to keep the syntax, otherwise you will get some error. So I'm going to call that counter up number 1, and that's it. So preset value, that is where you can put count from 0 to what number. So that is the maximum number that is going to count. For that, because I want to have a very short, quick video, I'm going to put number 3 and press enter, and that is the accumulated value, which I put it 0. I'm happy with that. Now you see we have two pins. We have the CU pin, which is similar to enable pin for timers. We were working with timers before and you know how it works. And then we have done pin. So when the accumulated value reaches to the preset value, we're going to have that done pin activated. So if I grab another open normally open contact and I put it here, and for the address I'm going to use the done pin of this counter. So for that I'm going to have activation happening on the next line, and I can have output, for example, a light here to turn on when my counter reaches the maximum value. Now for getting that, I look at my counter again. So I want it done pin, so I click on the done, I grab the address, Ctrl+C, and I paste it here. I'm going to call it done counting 1. If you have multiple counters in your program, which I assume for washing machine you need multiple of them, so labeling is important. Now I have output, for example a light. Hopefully next year you will see how exactly the actual light can be connected to this one here. So I'm going to grab from output menu, I'm going to grab this address here, copy, and here I put it there, and I'm calling it output number 1. Okay, now here we go, it's ready. I verify it, no error found, so happy to download it on the emulator. So download it, I'm testing it, counter up 1 probably, up 1. Now I save it, yes, and go online. Yes, I'm happy for you to go online. Now from here I go to run menu. Now well, it is online and it is running. Now how to test it, how to see it works. For testing that, because we don't have hardware connected, so we are using emulator. For that reason I'm going to put the force on my input and take it off. Put the force on and take it off. That way I can have the accumulated number here. So right click, force on, you see, because it works with edge, when it is turning from 0 to 1, it works with the edge, so I have 1 on the accumulated. And you can see the enable pin or CU pin for the counter is already activated, but the dump pin is waiting for that number to be equal to that number. Now I take the force off, I put the force back on again, and you can see that the accumulated goes to 2. I take it off and I put it back on. So now by my third force, that one becomes equal to that one, and I assume that the done pin should activate this one, and then you can have a green color around that output indicating that if we have imaginary light it's going to turn on. Now I take it off, here we go. You can see that the done pin is activated. The contact that was connected to that done pin is activated, and so with the output. So if I have a bulb, it is lighter now. So this is how counter up works. Now I need to show how count down works. I stop the video, I make another one just in case if someone has problem with counter down only and doesn't want to watch the whole video. So I will make another video.